bishop on the meat. Electronic music is really becoming serious if it is becoming mainstream in the music business. For the more, when them for I need to wake up to four because motherfucker. For the more, when them for the more, I need to wake up to four because motherfucker. I wanted to fight in the beat as a master. I see my blanket. I did it before, never go again, and I see my Zemina. Or Zemina, life was calling us in the Mudrejana. Being a similar dungeon, I'm much as I come to Banjina. The magic come on my lane, never want to rap or be a dinner. The South come Helene, and Senan and be a sin. Come on for the London, never back to be a gym. And be a gym, my real gym for the chip. I see my wagon when I had him under the soft capillo. My bips and guy when the body under the soft capillo. Walking the top of the car, tickle it. My line the bright and also Casaba North, Albino. I killed the beat, come here, mother, I look super cold. In the field, the heat was some half an hour to make a report. So I real the airport. I put some over the seaport. I put some money kept up with the police state with the Potako. And I put a cut out of Steve. And I know. Wagalandi, you get it. Yeah. For the more, I want them for the more. I need you to go to four. Because mother four. For the more, I want them for the more. I need you to go to four. And if somebody beats me, one of us again at the beat to my crush. If you need it, so many views. Come and take the keys to my shop. My cup in your dean, I'm putting your scene, and Nicholas and I'm going to feel. I continue to change. When they saw they like my haircut to the form, I need this, so they know nice, like he was escort. Young with the mama, and when the mama, and when young with the mama, I can I go on, I could come for. I could come for. We're going to be on that get it when I could come for. The bishop on the meat.
Yeah, guys. Good evening. Well, we could share this thing at Palace of Truth. Help me share this thing across all pages. When I was doing a video this morning, Elemma, thank you for joining. Guys, please, this is my new page. I thank you for joining me. The same name on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. The same name, ACB Live. And if you haven't followed this page, please help me follow it. Follow it, please. I beg you. Follow and like the page. Thanks to everyone that is watching me right now. I bring you the message of peace. May peace be upon you. I wish your family what I wish mine. Thank you guys on YouTube. Thank you for joining me on YouTube too. Please, your name and where you're joining us from, so I can give you a shout out. You know, I can't see who is on YouTube and who is not. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the opportunity you've given me to, your time, your data, everything could have been somewhere else, but you chose to be here. So I appreciate it so much. I appreciate it. Guys, when this Iraq fiasco started, watching from you, I say, Elemma, thank you for joining me. I told you people, everything you've been told is a lie. The media is lying to you. Everyone that should be informing you is misinforming you. The problem in the world is not about what they are not telling you. It's about what they are telling you. It's a lie. Sometimes it's better you are not sometimes. Every time it's better to be uninformed than to be misinformed. Are you hearing me? Please help me share this thing across the social media platforms. Invite your friends, please. And I'll pin my number. If America will leave Iraq. I will pin my number here. If you want to call in, you can call in via WhatsApp. Let me pin so please, if you can put that number that stopped in 433. I've gotten a new WhatsApp number. Put that number here now. Please help me type here so I can pin it. Thank you, Anthony. I told you people, Everything you've been told is a lie. Udeze, thank you for joining on YouTube. Everything you've been told, they've been lying to you from the moment you were born, from the moment they sent you to school. Your teachers are months. If you think I'm lying, go back to that your teacher and ask the teacher questions. Ask your teacher questions based on the new information you've gotten, and you will see how shallow, how vague they are. Even the things they were teaching you then, they don't know it. If you want to know, hold on. If you need any evidence, look no further than the way they are interpreted and the book Animal Farm. When we read it, none of us could tell what that book was all about, other than the nonsense the teacher said, which you have to repeat in the exam class for you not to fail. Because if you don't take you don't toe the school line, the teacher's line, they will mark you down. They will say you fail. That way, they will tell you that you're not smart. So because of being smart, to appear smart, you have to agree to what your teacher told you. Are you understanding now? After you tell me I don't need people's endorsement to know that I'm worth something. No, you've already done that. You needed the endorsement of your teacher, the endorsement of your school system, your government, and everything. And those guys are lying to you. All those institutions were put in by the people that are enslaving you. So they are not going to inform you. They will give you something that looks like real information, but it's not. When this thing happened, they were protected. They said Iran. Have you seen how they are saying Iranian backed? What do they even mean by Iranian backed? So because these people are sympathetic to Iran, now they are Iranian backed. They are Iraqis. They are all Iraqi passport holders. They are all citizens of Iraq. Shia is not a nation. Shia is religion. Is a proper part of Islam. They are Shia. So does it mean that every other Shia Islam Muslim out there loves Iran? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Is that what you want me to believe? It was among my fellow Igbo brothers and sisters. Who are the people feeding you that nonsense? I've told you, Joseph Okechukwu is not informed. He is reading from what he knows from newspaper and TV. The newspapers and the televisions are owned by the same people that still control your land. You think they are going to tell you the truth about what's happening? You guys were rejoicing over the death of a man that killed ISIS militants, that killed Al-Qaeda militants, that killed Taliban militants. They can lie to the world, they cannot lie to the Iraqis. And I have all the information I need on this issue. So I am on authority on it. Not because I'm just doing it on YouTube and Facebook. That doesn't mean that the people you see on your TV are right. They don't know jack shit. They rely on Reuters and Associated Press for their foreign news. Guess what? Those guys are still owned by the same corporations that own the oil companies that want to control the resources of the entire world. Are you getting me now? That is exactly what's happening. If these people lose the Middle East, they will lose Africa too. Are you hearing me? Yes, they are the same people. The Shell BP in Iraq that is stealing their oil is not different from the Shell that is in your country. The Halliburton in Iraq and Afghanistan is the same Halliburton in your homeland. It's the same Halliburton. By the way, do you know that Joe Halliburton, was a slave ship captain? He used to come to Bonny Island, dock his ship, go inland and kidnap everybody they see. Then some of the people they made kings. All these your kings in your communities. This kingship is not our culture. It has never been. They are still a part of the problem. They all want control. This kingship and leadership is not our culture. We were not put on this planet and given someone to rule over us. It's not true. So when Halliburton will dock his ship in Bonny Island, those kings will bring the slaves they've acquired. Then the white men will still go and raid and catch some slaves too. Now, all these kingdoms, these kings you are seeing, they will arm them. When they arm you, a king, maybe they will arm the Amayabo of Opobo against the other people. So when you are fighting war with your own brother, you take them as slaves, because slavery was practiced by every race in the world, not just white people. Make no mistake about it. Let me go first. Someone should inform me when you start talking about criminal that's going on the internet. Useless people. Let me even block him. I've blocked him, don't worry. He's not gonna come again. We are not here for unserious people. So they will take those people they conquered in war and sold them in slavery. That's why when some white people tell you that Africans sold their brothers to them, it's true. It's true, but does that mean that the white people did not invade us to just catch us and sell us as cattle? No, they did. But if you are going to accept this truth, you have to accept the other truth too. Be consistent. And that's the problem we have in our world, in our society today. Be consistent. That's what I try to be. I am not the smartest person alive, but in a world where you have a bunch of morons, talking heads on TV, talking about what they don't know, a region they don't understand, those guys don't know anything. The people reading your news on TV still believe that Africa is a country. Yes. When you hear them discuss about Nigeria, Nigeria, corruption, bring a map of Africa and tell them to point where Nigeria is. They don't know. Back to Joe Halliburton. Do you know that today, the same Bonny Island, go to Bonny Island and everywhere in South, the biggest players in the oil sector is Joe Halliburton. It's Joe Halliburton. His company, Halliburton Company. That is the same company that nobody in Nigeria was strong enough to prosecute. Do you remember the Halliburton scandal? Why was it buried? Because it involves everyone, including Atiku Abubakar. Each and every one of them was involved in that thing. The same people are doing this thing in the Middle East. Hello? Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, brother.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. How are you?
This is Adefa, we thank God. This is your brother, Onosa Duke Ezeka for Germany.
Okay, welcome.
How everything?
Yeah, somebody be tell me say you lose your account. I can send them your my number, make you send you. You know, so I did live, so ask me how you dey talk. Oh.
I saw you did live. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know.
No, I think say you want to do contribution. See, I get new page now. Now for that page, they broadcast right now.
So okay. You know, say they block me for Facebook, but when did they talking now? You still do my contribution.
No, you know, go understand. I'm not big and serious, na superior topic, na high topic, na first time when I did do it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, no problem.
Yeah, brother.
And if you finish for life, you write me and
okay.
We need to talk.
Okay, brother. Just text me, say an answer because many people go call for this number.
Okay, no problem. I'll call you back.
Okay, bro. Okay, bro. And let me warn those of you that have been arguing back and forth with. This is not about telling you not to air your opinion. This is not about opinion. This is about fact. It's either you are right or wrong. We've had this discussion since that day this thing happened. and we are still having it. The whole thing I told you will happen has happened, and you still want to. Please, if you are not going to talk reasonably, you are going to let feelings drive you. You are going to let emotions drive you. Remove yourself, or I will block you. Don't even say any nonsense if you've been wrong from the day this thing started. Don't ever say you have no right. You have zero right. You have zero grounds to say anything, because everything I told you to the letters has happened. Not one. I did not miss one step. Not once did I miss a line. Hold on. Hello, Mama Ejima. Wait. You want to throw my children outside? Say they do you what? Only two children. Two children at a time. Maybe are they live for people they hear you? People they hear you. Mary, are they live? People they hear you. See, are they live? People they hear you. Are they live? So that see, Mary. People they hear you. No what I will call you after. My children are driving their mother crazy. Really. This woman had hi, my dear. So, guys, all of these people that have been wrong every step of the way on this issue, please, I am begging you, shut up. Go and discuss your village politics. Go and do your village meeting first. And those of you that are telling me, why are you not talking about what's happening in Nigeria? You are concerned about what's happening in Iraq. You too, shut the fuck up. Because the same people who are doing this thing there are the same people doing the thing in your country. They are the same people supporting Buhari. What are we going to gain from here? We are going to gain that when we unite, we can tell these corporations, go, we don't need you in our country again. Even if they bring guns and say, go and kill each other, we will give you independence. People will take their guns and tell them, go to hell. All the guns, everything they sent to Iraq for those people to use to destroy themselves, why they will be taking their land, taking their resources. All those things now are in people's hands. Now, people are not buying their bullshit again. Give me an excuse they will give now that they are fighting terrorists. What terrorists? The people you are in their country told you, okay, don't help me fight, go. Wouldn't you go? Are you Islam, Christopher? I will die before I become a Muslim. Are you hearing me? I will chop off my penis. Instead, I will become a Muslim. Believe me, you will put a tank before me and threaten to shoot, and I will tell you that I will never bow to Islam. I will never bow to any religion. I am not letting any religion drive me. Religion does not drive me. Fake allegiances and alliances don't drive me. Or fake allegiance. Fake groupings. We are this, we are that. All those things are for division. All those things are for division. They are using it to divide you. Now, before, they said that the Shiites and the Sunnis are fighting in Iraq. Guess what? The Shiites and the Sunnis have united because they found out that the same people that are supplying the Shias guns are supplying the Sunnis. The same company, and you're fighting each other. The killer herdsmen in Northeast that are killing Igbo people in their farms, even Edo people in the southern Nigeria, the whole southern Nigeria, in Benue State, all those guns they are using to kill those people passed through Syria, Iraq, and Libya to get there. Guess who owned those guns? Who manufactured those guns? Who gave orders? Who ordered those guns? They are Americans. They are the French. They are the British. They are the Israelis, the Saudis, the Emiratis, UAE, the Kuwaitis, the Qataris. Now Qatar pulled back. But Qatar found out what's going on because the emir of Qatar is very smart. If you remember, his father stepped down and gave it to him. He said, move Qatar to a modern society. They started relaxing many laws. Saudi Arabia got terrified. It terrified Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia don't want anything like a parliamentary system of government anywhere around there because they will lose power. That country is named after their family. In case you don't know, there is no country like Saudi Arabia until the French, British, and the Americans created it and named it Saudi Arabia. They are enslaving their people. You will not hear it because American corporations, the same corporations that are destroying everything in Africa, that are stealing resources in Cameroon, in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Congo, in South Africa. The same people who ruled South Africa, who ran the apartheid regime, are the same people doing this. So shut the fuck up when I'm talking. Joseph Okechukwu, go into acting if you cannot do an open research. Chika Austin, please, you are emotional. You are doing the research, you love researching, but you are researching with the wrong tools. You are researching with the tools that were given to you by the same people you think you are fighting. That Buhari is going to be taken out by the West is a myth. The only way they will remove Buhari there is if Buhari tells them, I don't want you to use my resources. Do you know why the Nigerian military are occupying your land? Buhari once threatened these people to do currency swap with China, and they don't trust Buhari not to do that thing. Since they don't want to devalue the dollar is supposed to be like 100 naira per dollar right now. Yes. This was a war for currency control. The same reason they fought the First World War. There was nothing like a Second World War. What they call Second World War is the continuation of the first. Then the Cold War was always planned to be so. They want to destroy Germany first, conquer Europe, then face the Soviets. Why do you think America did not enter the war very early? It's because they want the whole Europe to weaken themselves. They only joined when the tide turned, when Russia was already beating Germany back. America came after the war was over. Why did they fight the war? It was when they discovered oil in Iraq, this same Iraq of today. Pay attention. When you hear people who have done more research, in fact, let me tell you, if you don't know, most of the things that are happening in Iraq before even France 24 or Al Jazeera will put it out, I already have it. No kidding. I want to play you a voice message. It's just 6 seconds, but I want you to listen to the accent. Pay attention to the accent. I will not show the face of this person that showed me that picture where the remains of that man. That video I shared to you people via inbox. I want to hide his name. See, this is that video. That was when he sent it. This is the video. Didn't I send you people this video? People on YouTube, watch it. Now let me play the voice note.
It's very good sounds. Thanks, bro.
It's very good news. Thanks for.
Yes. Yes. So when I talk, you people should shut up. Shut the fuck up. Even those of you that are in Turkey here, do you know that all these agents are patrolling everywhere in Istanbul? You will not know them when they pass you because you are not awake, you are not paying attention. Do you know that all these agents are patrolling everywhere in Istanbul? You will not know them when they pass you because you are not awake, you are not paying attention. All these fancy restaurants, who are the people do you think go there? Why don't you people just for once go to places that are not frequented by Africans and Nigerians? You go, you meet people from other countries. The way they use Turkey as a transit point for people traveling to America and Europe or even Asia is the same way all these spies are using the Istanbul airport as a transit point. All of them are here. All of them are here. Go to all these major nightclubs here. Rena, before Rena was shut up, that day they killed people in Rena nightclub. January attack in January 2016. Yes. In Istanbul nightclub attack, I think January 2017. Or getting either January 2016 or January 2017. Do you remember it? Yes. So when I talk, shut the fuck up, shut the hell up if you don't know what you're saying. If you are getting your news from CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, apart from Tucker Carlson, shut up. You are not getting any information. You are misinformed. You are gravely misinformed, and it's dangerous, it's deadly. It's deadly. You are dangerously ignorant, dangerously misinformed. Are you hearing me? Do you hear me? My people, it's time to forget about emotion. For this is not a religious war in the Middle East. Just like when they told you that the crusade, it was the Muslims and versus the Christians, it's a lie. It has always been for the control of the Mediterranean Sea. It's a major shipping lane. It's a major shipping distance. That is why do you think these people head on to Malta and they will never leave Malta? The main people that are wielding power in the Mediterranean, you don't even hear their voice. You hear Americans, British, but when you talk about those Americans, go and check it. But when you talk about those Americans, go and check down, deep down under their family tree. Check their family tree. Juma Jennifer, welcome. Chiboy, Christian, Chijoke, Divine, Franklin. Thank you guys. Guys on YouTube, I hear you. They are the same people that control the Knights Templars, the Knights of Malta. You do hear about London a lot, but do you know that city of London is different from London? Do you know it's a sovereign state? It's as sovereign as Vatican. The Vatican is not under the Italian government, even though it's in Italy. Just like Washington District of Columbia. The same people who own these things are the people who created this financial system that keeps on devaluing your currency. How does it concern you? Yes, it concerns you because these people can decide that 1 naira will be tomorrow and it will be so. You won't do shit. Your president, they know where he put all the money. All the money he embezzled. They know where it is. They know all the massacre he has ordered. They know the killings. They are leaving him on purpose to kill you people. If Buhari tells these people, leave my office, leave my country today, they will charge him. The International Criminal Court will charge him and send him to Hague. Like Charles Taylor, they will take him. Guess what? Majority of Nigeria will be in support. Yes, because we want revenge. We want blood. Time to cool down. Cool it off. Wahio Lord, thank you. It's time to cool it off. It's time to chill. Calm down. Calm down. Forget the emotions. Don't let religious affiliations drive you. Religious affiliation is deadly. You see why we tell you that religion is a tool for control. It's the oppressor. If it was going to save you, they wouldn't give it to you. Now the Muslims in the north are shouting death to America, death to Israel. The Christians in the south are abusing their fellow brothers and sisters in the north because you told you you are Jewish, and they told you are a Christian. The same way they told that one that he's a Muslim. Are you seeing how you people, instead of coming together to do what the Iraqis did, you are now abusing each other and at war? How many years do you think it will take to open your minds? There is a reason. When they tell you that the Northerners use low GP point to get into federal government college and universities, their people are not doing it to help them. They are doing it to keep them enslaved. They know that if their people become wise, the system will collapse. There is a reason the British want them to hold power. Are you hearing me? Because they want an ignorant population. They not already have it in large quantity. Endless supply of ignorant people. Then you have an endless supply of emotional people in the south. Have you seen it? That is a deadly combination. Molotov cocktail. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Evening.
Yeah.
This one is not the person I'm about to talk with on the line.
Who?
But you are Clement Ebuka. You are Clement Ebuka. You put this number on Facebook.
I'm not Clement Ebuka. Clement Ebuka just put the number.
You are Clement Ebuka. You are Clement Ebuka. You put this number on Facebook.
I'm not Clement Ebuka. Clement Ebuka just put the number. I'm using it for people to call in on my program.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm watching your program, but you are still talking. You're supposed to answer my call.
Okay. Do you want to make a contribution to the program?
So yeah, I want to make a contribution, but
okay, go on.
I'm not taking. Hello.
Go on. I'm listening.
No, it's not the person.
Oh, my people. But we must continue. Are you paying attention, guys? Are you listening? Everything I told you would happen has happened. How do I know that? Because it's the same. Let me tell you, someone said this thing and it's true. Someone said this thing and it's true. He said, when you hear them speak, assume that they are lying. Now find out why they are lying. When you can't find the lies, then you know that it's true. And that is how we should approach every issue, every person. There is nobody I cannot question in this world. They never born the person. Anybody will lie, may you do. Whoever you are, I will not buy a lie because majority of people but majority of people bought it. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? Israel and Greece building a pipeline. Yes, all this war in the Middle East is for pipeline. It's for pipeline. Why do you think Turkey is in Libya? They want to block that place too because they are supposed to be brought into it by international rule. Where that thing will cross is in Turkish waterway. It's still within their distance. That's why they are in Libya, but people will tell you they are in Libya because they are supporting Muslims. They are supporting because they are a Muslim nation. It's a lie. It's about oil. It's about energy. It's about energy. Anthony Victor, say, answer me. Hello? Good evening.
So, what to contribute on the topic about the halibut you are talking about?
Okay.
Yeah, when you are talking about it, some people may not understand the real thing you are talking about.
Yes.
It's only people that really know the real fact.
Yes.
So they are reporting, they are the one controlling everything. They don't know what is happening. They know, but they can never talk.
Yes.
They will be hiding everything, thinking that they are very smart.
Yeah.
About this Iraq on.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the problem we are having. So they are very, very upset. And what you are saying, you are 100% right.
Thank you,
There is
brother.
nothing like you say if you are in emotion, jump out.
Yes.
You are 100% of what you are talking, and I so much enjoy it.
Thank you, bro.
So carry on.
Thank you, brother.
Carry on.
Thank you, bro.
And
Thank you.
the program.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The information I give you are information you will never know unless you are working in that sector I'm talking about. You don't know where I was trained or who trained me. Not to brag. Not to brag. Please, when I accept it for them, go do your research. Like me, I don't just see what people post and start talking nonsense. No. I will go and do my own research to make. See, if you tell me that the sky is, we go and do my own research to make. See, if you tell me that the sky is green, I'm not going to tell you no, it's blue. What would I do? I will open my window to look outside again to confirm. This is what I'm supposed to know ordinarily by the law of the society, by the societal norm. I'm supposed to know that it's blue, But why am I not going to buy it? Because they could have done something in the last 30 seconds that I didn't know, and it will be green. Approach every issue like this. Reliable news platform, please. Okay, let me tell you. Real news is on YouTube. If you are watching Fox News, just assume that they are propagating the American way from the right. You are watching CNN, just make sure you know you are listening to CIA. To the CIA, is the CIA news network, not cable news network. Go and check who owns it and the people who advertise on it. MSNBC, the same thing. If you want information, this YouTube channel, write HILL, write it down. Write it down. Let me do this thing now. The Hill. Have you copied down the Hill? I will mention many of them now. At the end of, if you didn't catch it right, please, people, if you are here listening to me, help our people. Be typing it so they will be following it. Go to YouTube, you follow the Hill. Someone please let me type the Hill. Even people on YouTube, you can do that to help me. The Hill 1. Then on Fox, listen to people like Tucker Carlson and Laura Ingraham. Fox News, Tucker Carlson, every Monday to Friday, watch his shows, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. If you miss it live, go and check on YouTube. You will see where people uploaded the videos. Then there are comedians who are informed on these things. One person I will tell you is Jimmy Dore. He's a lefty. Then I'm a right winger. I don't hide it. I don't hide it. He's a lefty. I don't agree. No, not that type of Hill, not that spelling of Hill. 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 The Hill. 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 Or Hill, as our people love to call it. Jimmy Dore. Yes. JIMMY. Jimmy. Dore is DORA. DORE. Jimmy Dore. DORA. Watch his comment. Just watch everything he's saying about wars. Another person is Jason Bomas. Jason Bomas. That guy even covered that Islamic centers in Kano. But our people don't know about such a channel. You will be telling them to go and subscribe to such channels. They won't. They are busy AITNTA. Nonsense. CNN. Even on YouTube, if you want to watch that nonsense, go to airports or hotels. That's where they play it. You come home, look for an alternative source. Jason Bomas, Jason, 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 Jason Bomas, Bermas. Then another person, Colbert Report by James Colbert. Colbert Report, Corbett, Corbett, Colbert, then report. Colbert Report. See, you understand? Another one is We Are Change by Luke Rudowski. We Are Change. And these people, you can follow them on Twitter too. This is what you need Twitter for. Not when you go on Twitter too. This is what you need Twitter for. Not when you go on Twitter, you go and follow the same musicians you are following on every platform. That's why they want to censor social media. They don't want you to mistakenly stumble on such information. It will open your eye. One eye opened is dangerous for them. They want both of your eyes shut. We Are Change. Go to We Are Change. We Are Change. 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Eastern Time, East America, not Nigerian time, please. Yes, We Are Change. There are many of them too. But start with this. Now, let me recommend you books you will read. I will be recommending one book every week. One book every week. Please, everybody, go and buy this book, 1984 by George Orwell. It's not expensive. If you are living in Europe, go and buy it. If you can buy audiobook, do. 1984 by George Orwell. Tucker Carlson. No, Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson. Tucker. Tucker. Let me write it here. Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson. Yes, I've sent it. Tucker Carlson. See, Tucker Carlson. See the name there. Tucker Carlson. Okay, you know what? I will write all those things on my Facebook page. People on YouTube, please go to my Facebook page. Go there or go to SB Live. Yeah, go to SB Live because we want to use it to build our new page. And guys, please, if you like what you're hearing, subscribe and follow. Please subscribe and follow. Facebook page. If you want undiluted information, where you live, I live in Turkey. If you want an undiluted information, I swear, I will not lie to you. I will tell you everything. I will tell my kids. I don't have any reason to bullshit you. It is not a Christian narrative. It is not an Islamic narrative or a Muslim narrative. It is not a Jewish narrative. We tell the truth every day. Now they've started attacking the Facebook account now. They've started attacking the Facebook account. Have you seen it? Guys, please, thank you for joining me. Like always, I appreciate it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. The 1,000 target, we are getting there. We are getting close to the 1,000 target. We are over 600 now on YouTube. Very soon, I hope we'll be able to, yes, Istanbul, we'll be able to, very soon, I hope we'll will be able to, yes, Istanbul will be able to get it to 1,000. Please, I beg you, bring your friends, bring your family, inform them, let them be informed. Let them get the real information, undiluted truth. They will not get elsewhere. Not to brag, not to be obnoxious. No. It's about being right all the time. And if I happen to be right all the time, bye.